Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play SOMA. In the last episode, we started underwater, under the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean it would turn out to be. How we got into our suit is still unknown at the moment, but we are in a diving suit of some sort. We made our way to a shuttle facility, following in the footsteps of Amy, one of the two members of Epsilon who were shutting down that facility, but leaving it as operational as possible and as sealed as possible from the corrupted, warped helper units, the robots out there, prevent them from causing any damage to that system. Carl had been killed inside the facility, and Amy was the only one left alive from it, as she attempted to come back to Theta, I suppose is where she was trying to get to. Anyway, back on Epsilon, we had communicated with someone named Catherine, or who we would later discover to be that's the name of her, who was at Lambda here. We made our way to Lambda, taking a shuttle that was never launched, and finding Amy there, being kept alive by something that had some of that biomechanical growth had come out of the wall and was pumping oxygen into her lungs. I suppose feeding her nutrients and stuff of that sort as well. I don't know what type of life she was enjoying or living, but we ended up unplugging her from the system in order to gain access to the shuttle. Taking it to Lambda, we discovered the purpose of this underwater research facility. First off, it does research, and next it also acts as a satellite launcher with several miles of track to launch shuttles into space from down here. We made it to Lambda, where we discovered Catherine and what looks like some sort of other corrupted deep sea diving suit of some sort, which messes up with our visuals somewhat greatly when we were looking at it. Catherine herself, though, was here in spirit, but not as we envisioned her. She, too, was an android, similar to Carl. We have taken her AI, however, or Cortex chip, and placed it into the Omnitool that we had retrieved from Epsilon. This allows her to hack into things now, and so on. And with it, we attempted to take this escape vessel from something called a Curie, and then take it to where we can find the Dunbat, which we need to get down into the abyss so we can get to Phi. Phi is where a satellite exists that holds the ARC project, or the ARC, a virtual I'll call it video game, for like a simulation, if you would. Imagine like a Minecraft server of some sort that runs forever, or as long as it has solar power, and that people have beamed their, recordings of their mental brain activity, so effectively their personality, and potentially like what they want to look like and stuff like that, has been placed into it. This way, humanity effectively continues to exist in some form going forward, as the Earth has been annihilated via a comet smashing into it. The only human survivors, the ones down here, underwater. So I see the thing floating around there. I decided to stop talking. And that's the summary of what we have so far. We were not able to actually take the escape pod. It is not functional. Though it does look like we got it lifted out of the ground ever so slightly, but it's just not going to work. So it's not so far away, I suppose, for us. So let's go ahead and start making the trek. As for, by the way, Catherine, she cannot communicate with us when she's not plugged into something. And it sounds like her experience, her life, will be interspaced when she is plugged in to when she's not. Her sentences are interrupted mid-flow. Interesting. I really like that idea. And this doesn't look hostile. I say. But our sensors are acting up slightly. It's obviously not the same one we saw before. That one is probably several miles away. Hello. So there's something else hostile around then, I'm guessing, by the way our interface is glitching. One or two things really quickly, viewer, as well. You might note that I'm not really exploring too much down here. We're not exploring every single nook and cranny there is to possibly explore. I remember enough about the game to just tell you there is very little reason to do so. It's mostly just going to be dead ends, without anything else really to even talk about. Just like this wall right here. So, we will probably not be doing too much of it. Can we make the assumption that, like, the ocean was superheated or something like that as well? I don't really know what to expect when I'd be down here in the ocean, viewer. I've never been diving or anything like this, or done anything like this before. But for some reason, I always envisioned there being a lot of life down in the ocean. Perhaps that is a wrong expectation. What was it? Where was it? Did you guys see what it was? I did not. It's going to be that way. There's nothing else for us in that direction. Not a submarine, something else, I think. Okay, it's a facility for the Pathos 2. Feels like it should be a ship of some sort, but clearly it's not. Or was this the vessel that the escape pod launched from, not too far away from it? If so, then the escape pod wasn't launched so much as collapsed from it or ejected. What purpose does this serve? What is this, even? I don't know. No clue. Feels like it should be a ship, based solely on the railing I see up there. Oh, we're not getting back up there. Okay, gotcha. That one I saw briefly. It was the same thing we saw before that had attacked Catherine. Lots of places for us to run and hide. Keeping my ears peeled for one of the other underwater helpers. It feels very weighty for us to move around. But we're not inside what looks like a big clunky suit. And we can't swim either. Probably death. I'm going to assume we can't survive the pressure down there. I find it interesting that Simon was going to give up on everything. But the moment he learned about the Ark, he did pipe up about, let's just do this. And it was Catherine who almost gave up. Having something to do, I guess, having a purpose does help. Especially if there's nothing else you do, but then what? Just sit around and wait for your end to happen? You have to take the chance. And we can leave.
Alright, we're in. Let's find a working escape vessel.
Okay, and we can't leave, actually. Well, there's a hint that there possibly is one. If I may, viewer, deviate from this game just once. In the first hour of this game, it has felt more like an underwater area, an underwater game than most games I've played that feature this sort of thing. One of those creatures is in that room. teleport. It's in the room with us. We won't get a good look at it, viewer, but it looks like a large, the Big Daddies from BioShock, only their mask is messed up. It contains a lot of these strange, bluish orbs that we have on our skin as well, and it makes this distorting sound, as you can hear, the closer it is to you. Looking directly at this will cause it to notice us fully. So we just want to avoid looking at it. And of course, keep out of its way. No, don't say, Tim. You don't know enough about decomposition to even make a guess as to why there's a rib cage there without any flesh on it. It's been... Well, Amy was alive, and it's been 100-something days, right? We think? So there might be other humans left alive. But this place, I guess, has been abandoned long enough, or it took a hit at some point when the comet first smashed into the planet. and wiped out the people maybe in this facility. Actually, no, that wasn't the case. We read that wasn't the case. There was only some minor damage in a few locations down here Pathos 2. Something else has gone awry to have wiped out all the people here. Kitchen. It's walking towards us. Hopefully it decides not to check the wall we're near. The shuttle we need. But I have a hunch we're not getting out of it using it at the moment, are we?
Huh? What? Oh, you made it. This is much better. Let's see if we can't get this thing moving. Wait, what? Safety locks are blocking the vessel's release. Are you kidding? How much more of an emergency could this ship be in? It's on the bottom of the sea. Take a look at the engine room and see if you can figure it out. Maybe there's an override or something.
There's monsters out there, like the ones we saw at Lambda.
The more reason to get going.
What?
Come on, you know the drill. Don't look at them or get too close. It'll mess with your circuits.
Oh, shit.
We need to get out of here.
I know. I'm going.
One's really close to us, Catherine, so our sensors are messing up. And that's good to know. She tells you exactly what to do to avoid getting harmed by these things. Have to get around that one somehow. not bad. Those who have watched my channel for a while know I do enjoy shutting doors behind me all the time. That room looks to be important. These are generators of some sort. We'll have to rip... Okay, I see. Oh, these... Okay, yeah, these power the reactor. Why would we want to disable this? Is there a reason to... Is there a reason? Oh, do we have to make it even more of an emergency? Perhaps that's what we have to do. Let's look around a little bit more first. I think I saw one other stairs. Okay. We're...
Curie is safe while submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute. The surface is just gone. Safe while submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute. The surface is just gone. Curie is itself submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute. The surface is just gone.
So sad. My mind races with a million funny things to say, viewer. But we will not, we will keep this a more serious Let's Play if I can. Okay, well, then we need to start ripping these out. Let's begin. Oh, wow. All right. I guess we were supposed to run out of the room, not turn and hide is what we were supposed to do there. All right, then. We get to do this again. I think the thing grabbed us, so it just knew where we were. Okay. I didn't get a good feel for the direction I was facing.
Can't you do it any faster?
I'm almost there. All right, here we go. Hold on to something.
Can you steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choking, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what direction we're going in?
Don't worry, I'm hooked up to the navigator. We're headed for Theta. Should be a matter of minutes.
Thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WOW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Are you talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WOW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like a cancer.
Was that the ship?
Looks like your sabotage worked better than expected. Brace for impact!
Shockwave!
Hold on, the blast just pushed us off the plateau!
What does that mean?
If I don't hit Delta, we're dead.
Please remain seated.
Well, we can't wait for them to come and get us. I somehow don't think any help's coming. Let me make sure. Hold on, viewer. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Now, you'll note he mentioned the black tentacles, right? Well, the tentacles are on the Omnitool, the Cortex chip that Catherine had us put into our Omnitool. It's on us also, which would mean that if it's a cancer, we have it also. There is something else to quickly state before we keep playing, probably another 15 minutes or so. Interesting that Catherine, who is an AI, mentions that it doesn't have, like, feelings or emotions. God, she just said it, and I can't remember what exactly she said. But if we were a person looking at a robot, would we think it has feelings and emotions too? Did Carl, the robot back in Epsilon, was he actually in agony on that assembly line when we threw the electricity on? It seems a bit callous for Catherine to say that about a AI when she herself is effectively AI. Just because I suppose we can't hear it think and it can't communicate maybe with us in a way that Catherine does, doesn't mean it's potentially not also what we would consider to be alive at this point.
I'll never get this open.
Hey!
Oh, hey, little guy. Didn't expect to see you again. Don't worry, Kath. I'll find a way to Thea.
Is it the same one, do you think? I somehow don't think it is. We've traveled quite some distance away from Epsilon, and there's no reason why this would travel out here. Judging... Well, then again, we don't know how long we've been out for. At any of the moments we've been knocked out. I guess it could be the same one.
That's a long drop.
Yeah, we're not going that way. Oh. Hello. So back there when we died, instinctively, it's don't look at it, don't get near it, but you can just wait for it to leave. So that was my initial instinct. Just get to some place where it will walk past, and then we then run past it after that's done. But in truth, it was turn around and run out the other way. Let's see what's inside the pod. Yeah, we see those little circles. That's what comprised, I believe, the helmet of that creature that had chased us earlier. And we can see the little tentacles here, too. So we've learned that this is part of the WoW, then. And it's spread through all the systems, I suppose, in Pathos 2 at this point. We've seen it keep Amy alive. Interesting. And it was keeping the reactors on at Curie. Equally interesting. So they're loading something onto a platform and then watching as it gets taken away. Okay, so we need that Zeppelin we had seen earlier.
Come in, Strasky. Can you hear me? Theta, listen. Akers is headed for Theta.
Delta Loom Organics, getting a signal but no audio.
Strasky, it's Como Rigby. Akers has gone mad. He's dangerous. Strasky!
Sorry, Delta, still no audio. Try calling from another access point.
Strasky, I can try sending. I have pictures.
Oh, wow. I suppose this would take a toll on your sanity, living in a situation, well, not like this that we see in front of us. This is after the aftermath of what occurred to the people down here in particular, but dealing with the fact that there's no going back to the surface again. I do wonder a bit what they were doing for food and what have you. They must have had rations. Especially if there was no fish left to... Like, did all the fish die? We see a fish right there. I can't tell if the WoW has manipulated it at all. So we are at Delta and almost went off the plateau. We're at the auxiliary station on the outskirts of Delta. There's the landing platform we need to get to. We have an awkward way that they did the mapping down here. You would think that people down here would know where everything is located. But I am glad they have it there for us, I suppose. The crabs don't look altered. So, as I mentioned before, given the situation, life will return to Earth in some way. We just won't have human life. I suppose that's not too bad of a thing to think about, that the Earth's not just a barren rock. Then again, it doesn't really help humanity very much, then if there is no humanity left.
Careful, Simon, careful.
What is this? Oh! Oh, don't scream like that. Yeah, we both went up and looked at that. I think those are just, that's just a graphic glitch here. Pay no attention to that. This place is ending to get some exercise, I suppose. I'm not expecting you to find anything out here, as I mentioned when we started playing this, but it has been a while. We have a little companion. Makes little beeps. So it effectively has a personality. You can call it cute, I suppose. It has a weapon as well, arguably, which is more than what we have, if something should decide it wants to attack us. That's where we came from. I think, out this way. Oh, okay. They did manufacturing out here. These must have been... Or is this where they loaded the old satellites to be launched? Or maybe testing of various engines or what have you out here? Yeah, what do you think, little guy? Check out the control room, viewer, and then that will do it for us. My sensors are not acting up. Okay, that Universal Helper is friendly. Or at least not currently hostile.
Hell of a day, am I right? Can't believe how much I'm sweating in this suit.
You don't suppose we're one of those, do you think? We've been walking around in places that don't have water, so I'm assuming not.
Hey, can you maybe help? I need to get to Theta.
Don't worry about it. I got this.
Hey, can you hear me?
Help me out here, will you? I think I need some vacation soon. Have to speak with Akers about that. Isn't that right, Akers?
Ah, he's in his own little world, apparently. Hopefully a nicer one than the one we're in.
Good robot.
Thank you so much, little guy. Oh, wow. Oh, God. What the heck happened to this guy?
You saw that, right? You saw Akers fucking injecting that shit into them?
He got me pretty bad.
I think I made it worse pulling away. I can feel it bleeding out. Can you see him?
Fuck! He got on the Zeppelin. He's going back to Theta. We have to warn them.
Good luck with that. The platform radio is dead. Remember?
The Lumar Annex should work. It has to.
Yeah. You go. I'm not gonna make it. I'm just not.
Come on, Evans. We have to warn them. Come on.
Something else must have gotten to Evans if he's in this state, right? I don't know how Akers killed them. It sounds like he attacked them physically. Maybe he was the one plugging them into something. Button pressed. Gem activated. Zeppelin control remote. Remote access denied. Invalid command. Force override Komorubi. Responder rights suspended. Oh, the last things. They tried to get this Zeppelin back and stop him. But Akers had already thought of this. And stopped them from doing so. To Strashki Theta, subject Zep. Akers is doing some strange... It never got sent. Some strange shit. He just took the Zeppelin back to Theta. Don't let him dock. Shut it the fuck down. Some strange shit would be wrong. They should have said, Akers attacked us. Dangerous. Don't let him in. And then send. But they never got sent. And we can't send it now. Why not? Leave it pressed. Hey, little guy. He likes us. Well, viewer, I think we will stop here. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.